Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $20,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, or funeral funds for a 65-year-old male. Now, keep in mind, you can get a free quote on just about every page at our website, which is funeralfunds.com. And you would just click and enter your state, coverage amount, birthday, and you can get instant access to our quoter that we use, same one that we would quote you prices on. So feel free to do that. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and we're licensed in all 50 states. You can talk directly with us. So let's talk about, what would it be for $20,000 for a 65-year-old male? I mean, is that even appropriate? Well, if you wanted a cremation, that's going to be more than enough. The average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have a ceremony like a celebration of life, remembrance ceremony, something like that, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. $20,000 is going to be more than enough. We always recommend you not overinsure, though. Just keep in mind, because if you're overinsuring, you're paying that extra premium for the rest of your life. And a lot of people would say, well, I just want to leave some money for my family and loved ones. And while that's nice, you're going to pay more in premiums. And I guess we would rather just see you spend that money, save that money and spend that money on your family while you're alive so that you'll have the memories and they'll have those memories of you your entire life. So don't overinsure. You can always get more coverage later. If you need to, we can certainly help you out with that. Now, if you're going to have a burial, $20,000 for a 65-year-old male is probably pretty good. If you even had $10,000 right now, that will take care of a funeral in the United States. You walk into a funeral home pretty much everywhere with the $10,000 check. They will make it happen. It's not going to be anything fancy, trust me. But I can't imagine they're going to just let that check walk down the street to somebody else, some other funeral home to take. So keep that in mind. But at age 65, it would probably be good to get a little bit more coverage. Typically, what we're helping people with for a 65-year-old male is either $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Keep in mind, if your budget's tight, get the $10,000 right now. That will pay your immediate cost, God forbid something happens. And then we can always help you add more coverage later. Maybe you pay some extra bills off or something like that, and you've got room down the road and you can add more coverage. But, you're better off having coverage than not having coverage because, every week it seems we get a call from somebody that says, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and their body's down at the funeral home and, they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money. So we need to get this insurance right away so that we can get the funeral home paid. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company out there that will offer a policy on somebody who's already dead. Kind of sad to tell people that, really the only thing, we can do is learn from that and say, hey, we need to get this insurance actually before we need it, right? Now, again, we recommend first day coverage. That's what we help people with, first day coverage or benefits with low cost same day approvals. So there are health questions that you have to answer to qualify for these policies. We work with a whole bunch of different insurance companies that ask different health questions. That's how we help so many people get first day coverage. Now, the only reason you wouldn't get first day coverage is if you really had some terribly challenging health problems. And like if you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months or dementia or dialysis, or if you're in a hospital or a nursing home, something like that. So just keep in mind, if you need help with any of that, we can always refer you to a different company. The plans that we do recommend you avoid are the ones with 2-year waiting periods. And what that means is if you die of any health or medical reason in the first 2 years, they're not going to pay a penny. And they tend to be quite expensive. So, Colonial Penn, their $9.95 a month plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha product is a 2-year waiting period. AIG, Gerber, those are 2-year waiting period policies. There's a bunch of different companies out there, but those 2-year waiting period companies have done a pretty good job of marketing to folks and getting people to believe that the only type of final expense policy that's offered out there is one that's got a 2-year waiting period. Ha! Nothing could be further from the truth because we specialize in first day coverage. Therefore, their information is false. So let's take a look specifically at Colonial Penn. We've got their website pulled up here. We've got a 65-year-old male. Colonial Penn's claim to fame is $9.95 for all this insurance. And you watch the commercials and they kind of insinuate that it's a lot of money. And a lot of people come in for a 65-year-old male and they think, oh, I'm going to get $20, $30, $40, $50,000 worth of life insurance for $9.95. And boy, are they disappointed when they find out, again, for a 65-year-old male, $9.95 only gets $896. That's not even enough to pay for a cremation. And, you know, consider it's got a 2-year waiting period, so that $896 is going to be less valuable 2 years from now because of inflation. It's just going to be worth less. And for a burial, if you walk into a funeral home with an $800.96 check, or $896 check, I should say, it's not going to work out well for you. So we don't recommend that at all. Don't do that. Let's see if you can even get $20,000. The interesting thing about Colonial Penn is that you can't get an even amount of coverage just because it's a per unit. You got to buy it by unit. Any other insurance company, you can get 5,000, 10,000, 15. You know, with Colonial Penn, you get these kind of wackadoodle numbers like $800.96. Now, the other thing is Colonial Penn only offers 15 units. And once you start getting older, the coverage amounts start going down. So let's take a look and see what this would be. So $20,000, maxing out the 15 units on the Colonial Penn $9.95 a month plan. That's $149, and you're only getting $13,440 right here. So let's jump over and let's see what a first day coverage company would offer a 65-year-old male. So we've got $20,000 male, age 65 right here. I'm going to click the get quote button. Let's go back here. Again, this is, I'm going to round the number up, $150 right here for $13,000. And we go over here and it's $20,000, age 65. The company that we would actually recommend is Trinity Life Insurance Company. We work with them. They have a same-day approval process. They make it very slick. They've got great support. And we think in this case, for an extra 50 cents, it's worth getting an answer right away rather than sometimes taking weeks or months to get a policy. We get you an answer same day over the phone. Level coverage means first day coverage. But again, this is roughly $13,000 for $150. You're actually getting $20,000 for right around $104. So if we could just simplify the math just to get it close, say this is $150 and say this is $100, that's $50 more a month. That would be $600 a year, and that would be roughly $6,000 every 10 years. Let's back it off maybe a little, 6,000. Maybe say it's $5,500 because the extra $4.92. But say you could potentially pay $5,500 more after 10 years. You know, it'd be $11,000 after 20 years. Why would you ever do that? Especially when it's got a 2-year waiting period and you're going to overpay that premium every single month for the rest of your life. Why would you do that? And this is only $13,000 versus $20,000 right here. Craziness, right? Let's look at a different insurance. As you scroll down here, you'll see all these different insurance companies. The quote we provide, you'll be able to do the same thing. See the exact companies we work with. Let's look at a couple here and find somebody that advertises a lot. Oh yeah, Lincoln Heritage. Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level coverage, first day coverage, but they're more expensive, and they've got a plan where if you die when you die, I should say, they will call 2 to 3 different places to shop around to kind of get you the lowest pricing, or to get your family the lowest pricing. And they really advertise that heavily, like it's a terrific benefit, and that may or may not be. but it's $135 versus $104. So that's basically $30 more a month. So you're going to pay $360 more a year. If you live 10 years, you're going to pay $3,600 more, $3,600 more for them to make 2 or 3 phone calls and do a couple other things. And we just think that's awfully expensive for, 2 to 3 phone calls and a couple other things. So just keep in mind, what we recommend is get a company like Trinity Life Insurance Company. And what we offer is a funeral and estate planning guide. You just fill that out while you're alive and you keep that with your policy. And when you pass away, your family knows exactly what to do. You've left your exact instructions. And boy, you've saved a load of money over the period of time that you've lived. And we'd rather see you spend that money on your family rather than give that away to an insurance company. Why would you want to have an insurance company executive get that money versus your family? Create memories for yourself, but also create lifetime memories for your family. Let's get another company here. Jump down. I like Lumico, $113 versus $104. Let's round it to $10. That's $120 more a year, $1,200 after 10 years. It's basically, they both do the same thing. You die, they pay. Why pay $1,200 more over 10 years? It's going to get worse the longer you live. So just don't do that. So keep in mind, you can get first day coverage just in almost every case. So go to our website. We've got these quotas on every page. You can go to funeralfunds.com/YouTube. We've got a special quota there where you can get all the discounts you're eligible for. Call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. We're licensed in all 50 states. And we'll have in the comments section of this video all the links. We will have links to our other videos for 65-year-old male for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and $25,000. So if you want to get first day coverage, get approved same day over the phone, we can help you out. If you just want some information, if you want to check pricing on your current policy, if you want to add coverage to your current policy, just reach out to us. We'd love to help you with that. And we look forward to the day we hear from you. Until that day comes, you take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.